Hello! Will it work tonight? I don't know, but we can only hope that the up in internet usage for the coronavirus, crappy service, or whatever it is, or maybe my general incompetence, does not halt the stream prematurely tonight. Hello! I'm sporting a ponytail. I don't like ponytails, but there it is. I hope everyone's doing well and you're staying healthy and happy. Quill says, so, have you exorcised the tech demons interfering with your usage of Picarto? I don't know. I'm not a tech priest. I do have Monster, though. So, if it isn't filming, or not filming, but broadcasting right now, then no. Not only have I failed to exorcise them, but they're back in droves, and poor Ushram and his lady friend, who we've yet to name, were not strong enough to repel them. Also, they're in isolation because of the coronavirus. They're not on the same planet, but they figured better safe than sorry. So I'm going to power up, and we're going to see how tonight goes. Let me just take a quick look. Stream offline. That's not what I want to see. Oh wait, I might be an idiot. Just gonna click stop streaming, because I think I know what's going on. Where were the settings? Yeah, it's still set to YouTube. So let's just, oh, my brain. My brain. I don't deserve the heroic music. I need to stop being dumb. I still have it set for YouTube. Let me see. It's not Picarto. Oh wait, wait. Show all. Scroll down to Picarto. Let's try this again. I had it set for YouTube still. So if this starts working, then it should start streaming. Oh, it's just frozen outright. Well, I think OBS has screwed up, so I'll be right back. Now I have it set to the right website. Hello everybody, and hopefully it's streaming. I hope, I pray, can I just get one day of Written Wednesday that isn't ended after 20 minutes? I hope everyone is having the evening find them well. And I hope that your relatives are well very soon, Quill. I know it's an ugly disease, and I really, really hope that we find a cure for it very soon. Yes, it is working. Hello, Frisky. So hopefully, I have been blessed by the powers of Ushram Imaso and his +1, who we need to plus name. But I think I've gotten this stream working, at least for now. If not, it's going to be a shorty. And I'm just going to have to work on custom outros where, like, the stream explodes and it's just over. I noticed the Star Trek stream we were doing. That one cut out and ended immediately afterwards, just weirdly abruptly. So that, big poo stinky. Now, because I've been so frustrated with this whole nonsense about my stream not working, I've been putting more time into trying to track down the fault there than actually writing here. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I hope everyone is doing alright tonight, staying safe and healthy, your relatives included, Quill. I do hope that their condition perks up soon. An error has occurred. Attempting to reconnect. That was a weird error. Okay. Now, before it dies on me, why don't we try to do some typing? Cheers. We're going to have to summon the name of the theme song. We're going to have to believe. Find the S-Road, where creativity flows, where copyright strikes blows, and YouTube's new uploading system sucks just as bad as it did in beta because it has no keywords. Focus. We're going to make this happen. Dispatching itself from a slot in one of the walls, the drone would waste little time in generating the hard light avatar of Tanner from the refracting crystal lens in the center of its arrowhead shape. Every detail, down to the click of his boots against the metallic floor of the Defender, would be simulated perfectly. That's the doppelganger. Come on, focus. Be simulated perfectly as barreled the corridors. The body, it would be restrained only by how fast the projector could move. Burdened. Unburdened and mass. And we're just going to save that because that is the most work I've got done in quite a while. And on stream, no doubt, where I don't burp at all. Despite inhaling all of the Earth's carbonation at once. Oh, I love soda. That again is, oh, I love soda. I've been having at that all afternoon, hoping to get this working correctly. And I swear to goodness, I really, really hope it's working correctly. I got Shotcut re-downloaded so I can edit videos. There's a few of them I'm going to try and stitch together from the last stream where it kept shutting off on me and I kept trying to do it like a knob. I'm getting ready to start some scene writing myself. I am beginning the arduous process of revisiting a manuscript. Sir, I salute you. I wish you the very best. I know I'm going to have to go back up here to the beginning of mine. I've some of it's not aged so well, and I've started rewriting chapter 1, and then there's some way midway through the book where I made it. Oh wait, let's. I put it all in red, so I'd know that it needed work, and yeah, yes, yeah. Where is it? Oh, why are you down so far? Oh, alright, so I didn't put it in red. I just wrote needs revision in bold. But yeah, everything from there up needs work. I'm just going to take and blam-a-lam and blam-a-lam, so I know to want to come back and get that later. Oh, also you're looking quite dapper this stream. 10 of 10, well done. Would stream again. Yes, pince nez, narrow tie, and a big I am your father vest. Revising, not revisiting. I'm a bit of a grammar spelling Nazi. Ah, very well. Tell Stroheim I say hello. Oh god, that song's been stuck in my head, by the way, for 2 days straight, and I can't tell you how awkward it is to barely know anything about JoJo, to be at work around customers and have Dear Mensch, he's busy blaring in my head and wanting to sing lyrics I don't know. Around people I don't know. I felt super motivated for most of the workday. Then after lunch, I was like, meh, it's time to go home. Yeah, no, I know that feeling because at 5:10, I believe it was 5:10 if my brain just did a working think instead of just death, that all my motivation just tailed off and I just wanted to sleep on my floor until tomorrow where I have to get up at 7 and go to work again. Ugh. Okay, I'm just going to scroll back down here to... Okay, well, I'm just going to take that because I see that's wrong. I hate that. The file... I'm still recovering from the file crash where it removed all the spacing here. And it, like, I know it needs fixed, but it bugs me to just see the big clop of spelling mush. I know Ray, as selfish and wonderful as she is, has been offering to want to help me get this fixed, and I tried to send her Microsoft Office to get it working, but it just, yeah, Microsoft Word just it decided to be stupid, and I don't know what the problem is with their technology. Does not seem to like me very much, so at some point I'm going to have to fit my dapper self into an envelope, somehow lick the seal and put on a stamp from the outside and just mail myself to where she lives so I can try to be technical support and just look very intensely at her computer screen, molesting my chin with my hand as if in deep thought when really wondering to myself, how in God's name am I going to figure this out? Also, I thought of a way to alter a fanfic of mine to an original piece. Oh, nothing wrong with that. I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, 50 Shades of Grey was a fan fiction of Twilight? I don't recall. I think it was a fanfic of something, and they just said, I'll make it an original piece of filth. And then they published it. I drink my Monster to the last drop because I like pinching pennies. It tastes good. Monster, please sponsor me! Let me just lock the chair here so I can't keep... Yes, there we go. I've been locked into a sensible position. Here's to hoping the stream remains functional, please. Please! Okay. Yep, I am painting sculptures of mine at the moment, so pray for me. Dorime! I am praying for you. Let me summon my inner pastor. In nomine Patri et Filii Sancti. It's been too long since I've listened to that one song from Inomine. Let's see, what was it? In nomine Patri et Filii Spiritus Sancti. I believe so, because that's where I know that from. Pray for the frisky boy. And that's just how I assume you pronounce the B-O-I spelling of boy. Just facial tick included. Now, I'm making up for lost time in the other streams because I'm just guzzling through soda like a Hummer. What in the world are you even speaking about? There was this cool, like, German band or something called Inomine, and they did songs like Meitanacht, and they were just amazing. I remember a while ago online just... I forget what it was, but I know, like, some clips or something of them performing a live concert that no one knows about, where they're in, like, this big flaming ball surfaced online. Really cool band. German must look up. Yes, indeed. Because, you know, I need more soda and more energy. I'm not wired and unsocialized enough. I am still far too well adjusted. Alrighty. Wait a sec. I already put one there. Alright. Now let's see if before the stream cuts out, if I can actually get to a different page. Error. OBS has stopped communicating with the server. Please assume the correct sad boy position. Curl up in the shower. Turn water to cold. Cry. Cry forever. Oop, BRB, laundry. I hope the stream is here when she gets back. Referring back to the previous point of Dorime. I never burp on stream. That was a Mongolian lung exercise. I'm attempting to pick up folk singing, and you can't disprove that. Okay, what deck were they going to? Mongolian throat metal. There you go. That is exactly it. Frisky, you've discovered my secret. Yeah, no. Oh god, that reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from a scientist ever. And I need to figure out who it was who said this, because this is again my favorite quote on the face of the earth. Oh, what is it? 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 Ah. I forget what scientist it was, but it was someone talking about you can never... You can't not prove that there isn't a ninja somewhere. Like, scientifically, you can never fully prove that there isn't a ninja waiting for you. It's the best thing in the face of the world, and I really wish that I could find the quote and who said it. Okay, I remember hearing a bit of it. Let me see if that was it. God, I really wish I could remember that. That was... I remember I heard it in Freeman's Mind, and I forget what it was, but it was absolutely hilarious. I'll have to look at it up sometime, or excuse me, I'll have to look it up sometime later, but it's the best quote ever. Because scientifically, you can't prove anything for a fact, only create a stable hypothesis based on the information you already have, until new information later proves or disproves it or readjusts your understanding fundamentally of that thing that you're looking into. So there is no such thing as a scientific fact, just scientific theory that you haven't disproven yet. So when it comes to, like, proving something in the universe at large definitively, you can't you can't say for certain. You can only prove how unlikely it is or how it shouldn't happen. So just remember that the next time someone says that you're being too cautious, or that you need to come out of your room, you need to socialize more, you need to do this, that, or the next thing. Well, if you disrupt your pattern, you might just be moving into the clutches of a ninja you can't disprove is there. Or, hey, maybe they sent Ronin after you. You don't know. This is the paranoia fueling stream of utter nonsense. Okay, let's see. I need to find where I had said Deck 7, Section 4. So I'm going to have to open up one of my other things, because I did start mapping out the Defender. And that's one thing to want to do. Continuity, continuity, continuity. If you're going to be coming back to it, write a note of it. If you're not sure whether you're going to come back to it, write a note of it. Just have everything you can written a note of. Like if you mention a specific detail, if you mention what shoe size your character is, make a note of it. Let me see, Control F. Deck 7. Engineering A. All right. Because the Defender has an engineering deck that's 2 decks tall. And I really want to be careful with how I pronounce that, because I think it was an old Shirley Temple commercial that I remember she was talking about her duck can lay an egg, and I think she was saying duck, but it really sounded like something else to me with the way she said it. And I know that if I ever manage to do something that brings some sort of attention to my channel, and like people grab clips of it, they will make you say anything, and there's certain words you cannot say because they will just be edited into oblivion. Again, my ninja in the shadow is like someone combing through my videos looking for the right way to make me say tallywhacker or something like that. Deck 8, Engineering Sector B, or Engineering Deck B. Engineering is waste disposal. Main computer room. Okay. And just reread everything all the time when you're working on it. If you don't finish a chapter within, I'd say a comfortable range is like a week of writing it actively, go back and reread it. Just go back and reread it, because I found this out a couple streams ago where I kept repeating myself and just going back through and just creating this endless loop of my characters giving the same instructions or realizing the same thing. We could try that. That's going to start generating a lot of friction in those elements and wear them out quick, though, as long as we don't last. As long as this doesn't last too long, they should work out fine. Looks like tighter wavelengths seem to put more stress on that thing's barriers anyway, and the sim models. Ted mused, with a thumb to his chin. I had noticed the same effect as well. If the drive is designed to work with higher energy and wider wavelengths, the beam with more spread out and constant energy along a tighter wavelength may overwhelm its design capabilities. Or hamper it in some way. Again, though we still don't know how it works, that's as good a plan as any. Interjected Cerise. We can try and test that ahead of time. Cappy, this might blow a few emitters, but I can try to monkey with the wavelengths in the heart, like barriers, photons. Would probably be about the best carriers we could use. If nothing else, we might be able to wear it down. I don't think we've got that much to lose. Where's that thing at? Infinity Drive is currently on Deck 7, Section 4, gravity lift services to DAPS in that sector had been terminated. Authorization from the head of operations. Drone to the computer. Okay, guys, make some noise. Show me some life. Let me know the stream has not died yet. Begin chanting the song of your native people. I live. Okay. Live do I. Oh my God, it's Ethan Bourne. Live I do. I am alive. Alright, well, thank you, Quill Dragon Johnny 5. Living, huh? Never heard of that concept before. Yeah, no, she just sort of exists in a perpetual state of non-living coma that is sustained only by anime and dating sims. I call it the Dorito dimension. What's life? And he leaves. I see that you too are a man of culture, Johnny Five. Oh yeah, Short Circuit was my life as a child. You know, most kids, they were watching Teletubbies. Nah, I was walking around the house going, input. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Yeah, no, I was quoting stuff that I didn't even know. And I remember there was a girl in my class who, when she first showed up, I knew I wanted to be friends with her strictly for the sole reason her name was Stephanie. Also, soap magic still. Yes, indeed. Soap magic. The ultimate magic. Especially in this day and age. We all counted the soap mage out. Little did we know Corona was on the way, and she was preparing. She has spent her whole life gearing up for this one moment. Her army is strong. The Corona will not get within 100,000 feet of Frisky. She's just in one giant impenetrable soap bubble within another impenetrable giant soap bubble like a Russian nesting doll. This army is slipping into battle with a fury of pungent ivory. Yes, and lavender. I have already sold 43 bars of soap this month. My God, you're going to be rich. You're going to be like that one... he was like a llama or something from Agretsuko in Season 2. Where he's just like, yeah, I'm rich. Surprise. Excuse me. And ivory is wonderful, but I like some dried flowers. Same here. And anything guava. Guava is just wonderful to taste, wonderful to smell, wonderful for giving me a rash. I'm actually allergic to guava, but I like guava so much, I just sort of forced myself through it to the point that I don't know if I'm still allergic to it or not, or if I've just sort of made my body gaslight itself into thinking that it is no longer allergic to it. If that's the case, kudos for me. I didn't know you could peer pressure cells. Mainly lavender, to be honest. Enigmatic librarian! My goodness! And guess what? We're still broadcasting! I know we've not yet been cancelled. The internet must have forgotten I was here. The air is not off the stream. Yes, I know. Now watch, we're all going to praise it, and the second you shoot up, it's just going to go disconnected. Oh, and this will be interesting to people. I don't know how many of you know the one species I have. I've mentioned them, I think, once or twice in the book already. But I have, amid the plethora of species I already have for Infinity Quest, a species called the Braytons. And I've been working on them a little bit today as the mood striked me, or strike. Spell check in my brain, please. I want to sound like a writer, at least, like I'm a native English speaker before the Ranting Griffin flies in here and says, "Aha! I knew you weren't native. That isn't English," and deports me to a country that doesn't exist. But back to making sense. I was working on the Braytons as the mood had struck me. Struck. I know that word. And I was kind of fleshing out some of their early history and their navy. Because there's a base requirement in the UCASC so that no one species becomes a detriment or drain on the UCASC itself by just demanding and wanting it to show up to take care of all their tasks. There is a requirement to deal with their own affairs and provide some level of protection themselves, so they can take care of themselves without having to call in the UCASC to want to help them. It's not illegal to call them in, but calling them in for frivolous reasons that are well within the responsibilities of a native government to want to take care of is not illegal, but it's kind of against their rules, and it's not something that's going to make you many friends and could potentially put your membership and admittance within the UCASC up for revision. So each species, how their government works, is tasked with maintaining their own sovereignty, maintaining their own affairs, unless something, of course, crazy happens that would require the UCASC to want to help, because the UCASC will come in and help and provide aid when asked. And each one, I want to have their own unique flair for their spaceships, their starships. So the way they move, the way they behave, the mindsets of the species behind these things, designing them. I want it to have its own prevalent identity. For the Yoggle, I have the very compact little ships, which of course they don't use ships because they don't like naval terminology, because they think that's a weird human idiosyncrasy. But they have star vessels that are very compact, very dense in body, and possess very strong reverse engines because they like moving away from a target. They don't actively want to fight, so most weapons are in the rear of a Yoggle ship. Their pensive, nervous nature just sort of makes it happen, or makes them favor tactics in which they can stay back and want to protect themselves while moving away from them. This doesn't limit their effectiveness in combat, but rather it creates the advent of Yoggle defense groups using crisscross tactics, where they'll organize in groups and make passes over a target. They don't fly out by the seat of their pants alone, and their ship design reflects this. For the Braytons, I have it that they really do not have a high opinion of fighting. It's something that they want to avoid because in their history they nearly extinct themselves. So a lot of their vessels are either dedicated rams or torpedo rams, and then large mobile stellar guns that they can move into position to protect and defend their territory rather than actively press forward. Their tactics are more hold an area, protect an area, and have very fast-moving ships that can pounce on an enemy and cause large amounts of damage. But they're also designed inexpensively so that they're not going to break their own economy making ships. In fact, the idea of like capital ships and stuff like that strikes the Braytons as weird and overly expensive. So they have a different practicality going into it, where they focus on cheaper designs of ships and a very, very specific mindset on how they go about combat, which is fun to want to work on. And that's sort of where my head's been. I will say this, and it's going to make me sound like a humongous baby, so I'm sorry for that. But one of my friends, ages and ages ago, like this is behind the music, behind the typing. One of my friends, ages and ages ago, tuned me into like an audiobook of War of the Worlds, and I've always loved War of the Worlds, and it was like this musical 80s ballad or something of the book, where someone's reading it and they cut to the music, and the song for the Thunder Child always chokes me up, because I imagine just how brave and the fortitude and selflessness the crew of the Thunder Child must have had in order to go up against that many tripods, knowing that they were going to perish that day, having the ship get destroyed, and in its dying moments still finishing the charge to ram one of the tripods. Just it chokes me up every time I do it, and I, being an eccentric that I am, love the old-timey and old-fashioned stuff, and with the Braytons, it fits their aesthetic. So any way I can kind of retroactively pay homage to the brave souls of the Thunder Child, I will. Well, it doesn't look like well, doesn't someone look like they just returned back from the 20th century? What do you mean returned back? I never left. This is a time stream. I just realized that worked on many different ways, many different levels, and almost made me sound clever. So I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna bask in it. By the way, Nikolai, your commission, coming along well. He has feet. He has feet. This one's finished. I started putting in a hand. It's going to get done soon. What is that on the back of the paper? Eraser shaving. But it's a Nikolai. I'm having so many issues tonight that I'm just really bleh now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ray. Well, hopefully a little bit of gaming with Gage later on will help put you back into right and get your spirits back as raised as high as they should be. Because you are awesome, and congratulations on a well-deserved raise. Not raid, excuse me. Raider is not included in this stream. He's off in sci-fi boot camp. You have my sympathies, Ray. Oh god, if I ever get popular, I know exactly what I need to get trending on Twitter. Just anyone who's on Twitter, just spam that and then mention the fact that her commissions are open. Just everybody. An army. A torrent of people. Praise Ray. In fact, everybody in the chat, hashtag right now, Ray is Bay. Make her the unofficial star of the stream. Praise her. And Katie, you know exactly my thoughts dealing with the public during this crisis. What? I tweet about her all the time. Her commissions are open. She's amazing. Here, hang on. I'm going to link to her Twitter. Stream is on pause until I can get her Twitter. I will link it in the chat so you can all go and throw glorials of money at her. You see, Ray Durable. And I think I want to say her Twitter name or her YouTube name is Raven Maple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, she is just absolutely the greatest of beans. Adorable. Katie, I'm pretty sure this is an act of aggression, and under Federation ordinances, I'm going to have to take you in for questioning. That hurts my brain to look at, and you will please come with me immediately. Okay, now you will come with me on the floor. Hair trigger on this thing. Thankfully, I didn't have it turned up any higher. So, while Katie shakes off getting a stun setting right probably to the nose. That was a Star Trek phaser. Don't make me get my gun, Sonny Jim. My God, I must have set her to Montgomery Scott. But yeah, that's Ray's Twitter. She has a YouTube channel. She's amazing. Throw money at her. Throw subscribers at her. Throw her a comment. Tell her that she is a special ray of sunshine and that you're happy to just be in her presence. She's great. And a few moments ago, I was so upset because I did laundry and my dryer broke. Oh, I hate when that happens. On my level and the second level. Oh my God, yeah, no, Jacob loved her art too. The second I showed him a bunch of her old Full Metal Alchemist fan art, he fell in love just with how cutesy her style is. Oh, and Colby has been drawing Varen, and she's been sending me updates on how that commission's going, and it is absolutely the most precious thing you'll ever see. Let me scroll through Skype here and see if I can't throw you a picture of what Colby, and now this is work in progress again. So, there, just copy that. Don't tease me. I want to see that. Okay. Opening. Discord, where's Ray? She's been buried. There we go. Bam. Bam. Splam. And now I'm going to take and copy a link. Copy link. There we go. Yes, so people in the chat can see it too. I am a generous stream dictator. Here you go. Yes, Ushram, and we still have yet to name his friend. I need to have like a poll on Twitter or something about that. Let me see. Yes, I'm about to. Yes, yes, yes. I know that. Yep, yep. There we. Yep, yeah. There we go. Yep. Okay. Mamushra! That makes her sound like a Russian grandmother, actually, now that I say it out loud. That's weird. And thanks, yeah. It's so frustrating since the stay-at-home stuff made it hard for appliance parts to come in. Oh my God, yeah. I had to... Tesh, I'm going to surprise him. And by surprise, I mean I'm announcing it here in the stream because he's not here right now. One of his plugs or something for his tablet died, and he can't kind of get one in his current situation, so I had to order one. I know a lot of our electronics are wearing out just from sheer use. I'm gonna have to order new tablet nubs for my tablet because oh boy, have I been learning how to draw, but oh boy, have I been drawn. Now, how did I... The steam takes out the wrinkles. Just by... You know, this stream is enjoyable, says Quill. Just by its functionality and simple connection with others makes it incredibly enjoyable. I know! It's nice when it works! And I'm trying very hard to ignore the fact that I did a dumb at the beginning of the stream by guzzling so much soda, and right now... Oh! Boy, do I need to go! Also, if you run out of fabric softener, just use a cup of white vinegar. That ain't my problem. No, it isn't! It's especially not your problem if you want to see a grown man die in stream! From stream! Or stream withholding. My screen froze at this moment. Oh, I'm concerned about what screenshot Jacob sent me. I don't have a very flattering face. I'm noticing this in the screenshot he sent. Well, thank you for letting me know, Jacob, that my head is horrible. Alright, and it shows a very unflattering image of all my images are unflattering because I have this, like, dough lump of a head on top of my shoulders. Also, that commission. Oh, so not only did you link it in chat, you sent me the screenshot of it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jacob. I had a weird dream this morning before I woke up that I time traveled back into the 50s and somehow that gave me like static electrical control or something like that. So not only could I float and summon electricity and I had my laptop, but I was stuck back in the 1950s and I was doing a TV interview with people because I just decided, well, you know, screw it. Butterfly effect be damned. I'm going to take and I'm going to do stuff. And I was doing a big interview about stuff at the time. And it hit me in the middle of the interview that I wouldn't be able to talk to Jacob or Ray or Katie or pretty much anybody here plus Colby ever again, and I got super miffed and I left the interview, and then I woke up because I guess I got so depressed that I couldn't, not only could I not be in the interview, I couldn't be in that dream ever, either, so I was just like, I'm a head out, and just bing, consciousness is a fair enough distance away from that situation. Yeah, I would be worried if you had a dream after you woke up. They are called daydreams, my dude, and I have them frequently. Caleb turned into an artistic static shock. Yeah, lol, you just said screw this dream pretty much. Yes, Nikolai, that is exactly what I said. My brain just said, nope, a reality where I'm not being harassed by Jacob in private calls where he takes intentionally ridiculous argument stances to try and make me debate out of it because he knows it presses my buttons is not a world worth living. Just to let you know, Jacob and I, great friends. Jacob, also a bit of a spithead, let's say, because I don't want to curse in stream too much. My argument stances are not ridiculous. No, they're borderline senseless. And you know what you're doing. Every argument warrants a debate. Okay, what about the argument that it doesn't warrant a debate? Can we have a debate on whether or not we should have a debate? What about the argument about whether we should debate having a debate? How about that? I am not a good, cute bean. I am an independent bean. Daydreams are wonderful. I once witnessed the next 500 years of human history as we matured as a race, developed sapient AI, discovered FTL travel, encountered an alien federation, and lost our sovereignty. That's concerning. Frisky Boy. Yes! Okay, so Frisky Boy is voting for the aliens. I see. Traitor. I will get my phaser back in here. I am wearing a dad vest, Theodore Roosevelt glasses, and armed with a Federation phaser. You don't know what's going to happen. Sense and reason, predictability went out the window, except for the predictable inevitability that I will have to go to the bathroom. Yes, we can always debate any topics. Yes. Should we put one of Squirrel Boy's arguments in this? No, I want to focus on writing. I'm going to the restroom. I'm going to wash my hands of your ridiculousness, and I will be right back. Enjoy the beautiful side of my ponytail as I leave. In a huff. Okay, so here's to hoping that the stream is still going. I'm not going to come back to 100,000 messages of stream stopped. Okay. I can't believe I'm friends with this dude. Thanks, I appreciate it, Nikolai. Frisky boy, and I am a Pokemon Lolita child because if I can't go outside, I stay in costume. Honestly, I go outside in costume. We all know this. Anyone who lives in my area. Okay. Oh, I can go outside. I just don't always want to because I have to because my job requires my physical presence. You can't astral project. That's astral discrimination. Ray says, thanks. Now the weather today is rather cold at a low 38 degrees, followed by cloudy skies and a chance of scattered rain through the evening. This has been Ray with the weather. And now here's Huey Lewis with the news. Frisky boy, parents work in our country's only corona-prepped hospital. And with how sick I get, I am just not allowed. I don't worry. Stream stop, stream stop. Jacob, you are the embodiment of just stop it in human form. You're the one friend who will eat a centipede because someone said, hey, yo, dog, you're not supposed to eat centipedes. Nikolai, dude, it's just that you made me laugh like a madman a lot. Dude, anything you do is like a madman because you are like a madman. Enigmatic librarian. Thanks for the weather. Ray of sunshine. Hashtag. Yes, I love that one. This one is also approved. Hashtag praise Ray. Praise the Ray. Now let's hope that Ray of sunshine is hot enough to melt this double chin. Because, oh boy, do I hate this. You're just saying that because I'm a coaster nut. And a plain nut. And a furry nut. And a nut who's just entirely nutty. That is your character arc. You go from crazy to crazier. I want custom stickers. When can we get custom stickers? If I could figure out how to do even a tenth of that, I would be happy. I'd love custom stickers in the chat, but I know I couldn't let you guys alone with them because I'd be trying to type and there'd just be like this psychedelic wow pulling me into the chat of just imagery that's like, oh, that's funny. Oh, wow, this is like LSD. Crazy to crazier, dude. I'm not a crux. I'm a Cabot. I'm just going to like sob under my desk for a little bit. Okay, well I spelled that wrong. I'm going to eat my glasses case now, and while stabbing myself in the temple with this automatic clickety pencil. So I read Orion's arm. I didn't know he had a tattoo of text. Speaking of, that just dawns on me. Orion would be a good name for a bodyguard character. Can we all just hashtag agree that in the chat? Orion the bodyguard. Enigmatic librarian. I am a mystery, slathered in dragon. Yes, you are. Jacob. And I wanted to ask you guys thoughts about science fiction that takes hard science to their logical extremes. I believe that's called Isaac Author. Oh yeah, sounds good to me. I like it. Yes, indeed. Now, that said, Orion, if we were going to make that a name of a military character, he'd have to be some dog-eyed soldier who is in it a little bit too long and kind of is extremely potent and good at what he does, but also a little bit out there. Like, he's ready to just preemptively strike the world. My God, General Orion's gone mad! It's like adding a jumbo marshmallow to piping hot chocolate. Nikolai turns into Shia LaBeouf and yells, "Do it!" Jacob. In this setting, what's basically happening... Oh, okay. You do your thing, and I will focus on my writing. Ooh. I'm going to have to see if Microsoft copied the word tablet. I need to know if it's copywritten to call it a tablet. Okay, no, it doesn't look to be. I might just call it a pad for short, though. Personal pad. Yeah, does anyone remember PDAs? Wasn't that like personal data access or something like that? What does PDA stand for? I want to know his convictions. Palm top. Palm top. Oh boy, that word just reeks of the 90s and early 2000s. Public display of affection. No! I mean the compute personal digital assistant. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, librarian. Bless. My hands are weirdly warm tonight. It's like listening to a boomer talk. No, it's like listening to an alien try and write a history report on humans. Boomers would just take the road of aggression, like, all these computers and screens. In my book, it's called a. In my day, it's called a book. Oh, God, I hate those comics they have where it's like a millennial. No work when click book. I've never seen book before. Even though ba ba da ba da 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 ba ba da ba da da da, moving the camera, look at the books. There's a lot of them. I've got to refocus my camera because this was not even remotely worth it. Okay, let's move that forward a little bit and lean the screen back a little bit because I am not ready to see what it looks like if all my hair was gone. Thank you for that. I hope you enjoy this episode of Touring My Room with a Screaming Simpleton. I'm your host, Screaming A Simpleton. I will look at that video later because I don't want to kill my stream. I want these stickers. I'll take a look later. I want these. Why is Jacob turning into Veruca Salt? I want these stickers, Daddy. I want it now. I want the world. I want the whole world. Oh god, I got lost in a spiral of just watching the new one with Johnny Depp the other day, because when I used to live in like a 28-foot travel trailer when we first moved down to Florida and we had a very hard time getting our footing here, I would watch like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory DVD just again and again and again and again because I liked the movie. And I had those songs memorized, and just like I wasn't going to sit out to watch it again. Like I think it was just yesterday or the day before, but I saw a clip on my YouTube and it's like, oh, what are the odds of that? Click. Oh, I remember that. Oh, one to the side here. Click. I remember that song. Oh, I wonder if they have this one. Click. Oh, of course, knowing you, they're cats. Now I've got to look. And since I've adjusted the... Oh, my... Oh, why does that cat have a gun? I need... Oh, you know what I need to do, guys? I need to get these icons, or like those expressions, but with Ushram and his lady friend for the chat here. Oh, God, that would be great. The mascots, and maybe a few y'all go throw it in for emotional insecurity's sake. She needs a gun. She needs a name. Priorities. They're alien, not American. The gun can wait for just a minute. All right. She looks buff as what have you, and that she'd be a totally wicked sidekick, or at least a gung ho partner for some cop. Oh man. Okay, now let me try and get back into it. Getting back into it. Get back into it. The engineering staff had erupted into a flurry of task, just the one. A flurry of tasks, modifying the neutron pistols of the arriving security officers and the emitters for the barriers, as well as gathering up the photon supplies and projectors, all the photon supplies and projectors they could find, and establishing as many redundancies as they could into critical systems. With few gestures to Matilda, Ted hurried out of the engine room to the blockade that was fast erecting on in the decade hall, taking only a small toolkit and wider engineering variant display pad. Good cop, small cop? I mean, I can't even be mad. That's amazing. I love that. Yes. That's right up there with kebablings. Ooh, what's another word for a blockade? And not barricade. I need other words here. I know there's a few of them. I don't think it's a stockade. Barrier, obstruction, cordon. Come here, Thesaurus. I'm gonna need to squeeze some smartness out of you. No, not a stockade. Oh, Microsoft Word is not responding. What is a stockade, anyway? I have that ramparts. 40... Not Gatorade either, Quill. Thank you very much. Yeah, smart aleck. This is what happens when we let you have Rhine. Excuse me. Wine. Your Rhine wine. First aid. And not parapets. Back. 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 I am on my second glass of Rhine. HIC glass of wine. Oh, gals of Rhine. Excuse me. Oh. Just dig my eyeball there for a second. The attractive mannerisms you've all come to know and love from me. A synonym for blockade. Hard to figure out one. Barricade's fine for now. A similar barricade had... More Mongolian throat stretches. Shh. No burps. I am a mannerly gentleman sort. Yeah, yeah, no, don't stream and drive. What's Gidge's favorite color? I'd say either black, neon green, or purple. I think it's purple. Okay, similar barricades on deck 7 and around every access point to the computer room. Deftly risen. Sprang up just as deftly. I know I'm going to have to change this because I know I have something else written down, but I don't want to go through that right now. Okay. Nikolai says, so Caleb, since the last stream went to junk, why don't you catch me up on where we are in the story? Haven't been here for a while. Alright, Nikolai, I will do just that. Tell me what's the last thing you remember, and I will let you know what happened. I'm just going to finish up some TED dialogue. Alright, looks like everyone's not into position. Everyone's in position down here. I'm just going to set up the emitters for proximity activation to try to... Well, that's going to make it significantly harder. Alright. I remember a certain battle involving the Rolfians, but I forgot. Alright, Nikolai. Buckle up. So, what had happened in the 2 months you were gone was battling persisted until eventually the joint forces of the humans and the UCASC officers managed to start breaking through the Rolfians' ranks. The Rolfians, in the meantime, had already recovered the items they managed to steal and were preparing to leave. Fought back, they escaped using a collection of hidden signal-boosting satellites they had set up, or taken over, or reprogrammed, or bugged, from various transmitting sources, such as, again, satellites, or communications from rented vehicles, or something like that. Anything they could use to bounce their signal in a very risky gambit to throw a transportation signal farther out of system to allow them to try and escape the clutches of the UCASC who had locked the system down. Knowing what was up, and knowing that the Infinity Drive could easily track the other Amanidean technology that was stolen, you should recount this like a 40s newsreel. I'm very tempted to, but I don't believe I'm that eloquent. Okay, hold on. 40s newsreel. We've got the thing. Hold on. We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you new and exciting news from Avia Lock. The planet under siege by a Rolfian threat. Sources show that the group efforts between our boys and the UCASC and the human defenses from the... hold on, what was the ECC? The Earth and Colony Command. There we go. Sorry. Oh god, this should be good. The typewriter. Really? Yes, the typewriter. Shush, you're breaking the immersion. Now, if I can Control-Alt-Z that on my typewriter here, we're going to go back here. This just in from News on the Front. The brave men and women from the Earth and Colonial Administration and their compatriots in the UCASC have managed to fight back the Rolfian scourge invading the planet Avia Lock. Besieged, the local forces were distracted long enough for the Rolfians to escape with their ill-gotten goods and Amanidean technology stolen right from under our noses from one of the active dig sites from the civilian science team. However, we're not willing to give up the ghost that easily. No, sir. Members of the brave ship and crew Defender, Tanner and his cohorts, met up with the civilian scientists and, upon review of a theory, installed the Infinity Drive into one of their science rooms to use its innate electromagnetic capabilities to track the stolen artifacts. Released and dispatched to track them down and meet up with the heavy cruiser Hibiscus, which is already deployed en route to find these dastardly curs as they attempt to escape using advanced technologies and methods in boosting the operational range of a teleportation field, have resulted in the machine going manic and insane. Moving through the Defender, causing untold amounts of damage, Tanner and crew attempt valiantly to struggle against the alien machine of impossible age and power. We will update you as the situation develops. This has been Astro News reporting. There we go. Just gotta get this back to its reset position. And just because of that, I'm going to throw ASMR into the tags of this video. Oh, sweet Jesus, says Nikolai. Yes, and I can feel it from here, flying all the way in from across the pond. I feel the cringe of Jacob from having caused that to happen. And I hope you enjoyed it. On that happy note, I think I've had too much Monster Energy. I'm going to go lay down for a little bit, and I thank you for joining. I need to get better at not stammering over my own face, but I thank you very much for joining me. And, in proper fashion, keep a kind state of mind and always follow your dreams, because you are the only one who will ever be able to realize and actualize them. Live through yourself. Live a life that you can be proud of, not a life of want, regret, and aspiring for greatness that will never come. If you practice, if you stay with what you're passionate about, I can promise you that you will find satisfaction in life and one day reach a goal higher than you ever thought possible. I'm the Apprentice 225 of YouTube.com and Picarto.tv. Not television, I'm still in 40s mode. And I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for joining me for my first stream in a long time that has not crashed. Hallelujah! And have a good day. Bye-bye.